Hello, and welcome to School Health Presents Talkin Tech with Dr. Ray. In this episode, we're going to focus on a lot of questions I've been receiving about a device that's out there that a lot of people have been adopting into their programs, and that's the wireless switch known as the Cosmo. Now, Cosmo, or in this case, a single switch, which is a Cosmoid, is a fantastic switch for a number of different reasons. The first reason, obviously, it's a wireless switch that can connect to your device and have that ability to have that interaction going on between the individual and the device when they can't access the device in other ways. The second thing is, as I'm pressing down on this, you'll notice there's no clicking sound. We recognize that with some of our individuals, that clicking sound actually can be a trigger for perseveration. We don't want to have that. We want our individuals to learn that a press is actually going to lead to a set outcome, a way of communicating, or a way of connecting with digital information. So we are able to move away from that because of the lack of clicking sound. OTs recognize that the switch can also be adjusted when it comes to the pressure needed to activate it. It can be as light as a simple swipe as we go through, or a heavy duty press. And you're able to control that from the settings as you connect it to a device. That's an important aspect because we want to make sure that, again, we're getting the right device. And OTs, you can be doing some training in teaching them how to actually begin to exert pressure depending on the needs of the individual. The other thing you've noticed, I've got it as a yellowish color right now, so you can adjust the colors so that for some of our individuals that perhaps have some visual impairments or need some support when it comes to tracking, you can have something that stands out for them and allows them to connect with this. So it's a great device to have as a Bluetooth switch. So why the questions as they come up? I'll have districts that reach out to me and say, hey, we need to get like 10 or 15 or maybe 25 for the whole district. You know, can we just order them? And the first thing I will let them know is yes, you can, but you don't want to order them individually. And here's why. The Cosmo can be purchased either as an individual switch, it can be purchased in a 3-pack known as Cosmo Explore, or a 6-pack, which is known as Cosmo Excel. I will always recommend to districts that are buying multiple ones, even if they call and say we want to buy two, I will always recommend the Cosmo Explore, so that 3-pack. And here's why. The reason that the 3-pack, the Explore, and the 6-pack, the Excel, are a little bit more powerful is the depth of the games and activities that are already designed that you can play. For those of you who don't know, when you're getting those, there is an app that you download and it has free activities already set with full lesson plans as you're getting ready to play them. And so you've got things already prepared to go in. But again, you're going to need at least those 3 switches to be able to play. When you're buying them all together and you get things going the first time through, you probably got them hooked up to a single iPad. Well, what happens if at some point during the year there's a student down the hall who needs just one switch? Great. You take it, you disconnect it from your iPad, you bring it down to the other iPad. Now you can still have the two connected to yours and that additional switch somewhere down the hall. Then, if you need to bring this back because you do want to play some more activities, it's easy to get it reconnected back up. And so you're able to utilize it in so many different ways with that knowledge that, hey, you know what? I've got these 3, but I can put them out into other areas and bring them back, easily activating things. Also, when you get either the Explore or the Excel, aside from the charging cord, you also get a charging port. And this charging port is great because of the fact that, as you can see, it's a simple USB port. It's going to work for this, but will work for some of your other devices that need USB charging as well. That way, too, in this particular case, I can have my entire Excel set charging at the exact same time, making it easy for that therapist, that classroom teacher, or even that individual in charge of the administration of getting devices like this out to keep everything charged at a single time, and you're not worried about, hey, is that one charged or is that one charged? No, you've got them all together. So again, when you're considering buying a number of the Cosmo switches, what you want to do is keep this in the back of your mind. It's always better to buy either the Explore or the Excel kits. And then if you need to separate some out later on, do it at that point in time. I really like always recommending the Excel because again, there's so many games that you can be playing and so many activities that you can be doing. But let's say you wanted to get two switches out. Well, guess what? You can still have four individuals actually participating in activities in one classroom and two other individuals out there doing things and having that access to digital information. So I thank you for all that you do. If you do have other questions, especially questions like this, please let us know. We're more than happy to support you, help you, yet think through things too. Think through things in an economical way, but think things through in a pragmatic way. We've all been in the classroom trying to get these things done on a regular basis. And the more we can share the information we've learned from each other, the better off we'll all be. So, again, I thank you for all that you do, and I look forward to seeing you somewhere down the road.